Hey everyone, I want to thank you guys for working with me, and I'm sure you're all heartbroken that we're doing this from somewhere comfy and not in the classroom. But it's a pretty good class to be virtual. So this week, when you go into Brightspace, you will see a link to Nearpod. It'll take you to this slide deck. I'm just going to walk you through everything you need to do in here. And then you'll have one other additional assignment beyond your Google assignments that is explained in um, Brightspace. I'll talk about it a little bit at the end. So when you get in here, just put your name in. So sample student. You don't need a nickname. Click join lesson. And this will guide you through the activities we're going to do. So we're going to start with, I'm going to have you play with AI a little bit. And you're going to try to get in an argument or a debate. Let's call it a debate with AI. So you will go to ChatGPT, create an account if you don't have one, and then you'll start a debate. And the prompt is you are, and enter the name of someone you want ChatGPT to play the role of. And I am, and you'll be this person. And this can be a historic debate, it can be a pop culture debate, anything you want. Greatest basketball player of all time to Edison versus Tesla and who stole whose ideas. So, anything you want to debate. And then the last thing, tell it what you want to debate about. And then start right then with an open ended question to start the debate and let it have the first response. Your job is to ask it at least 5 more questions, giving it some details of why you think that your side of the case is right. You can choose to be nice or start a fight with the AI and see how it reacts to you being mean. And when I say mean, you can get right out raw. I'm not going to judge you if you throw some mean, naughty words in there just to see how it responds. Um, and then after you've done that, you can go well beyond 5. In the next slide, you'll write down 3 reflections or lessons you feel like you've learned from the activity. And then I also want you to paste the transcript of your debate argument into the slide. I said argument there, but hopefully it's more of a debate. So right here is where you'll fill that in. So you'll just paste this in. Then it'll go into the new learning, which is blended learning. You'll start with an open-ended question, which is, from your experience, what comes to mind when you hear the term blended learning? So just put your first thoughts there. Don't look anything up. There are no right or wrong answers to this. And then we will start to define what blended learning is. So we're going to do hopefully some new learning here. We're going to do a Freyer again. So if you remember, Freyer is where, looking at the next slide, it has, I have one here where there's a definition, characteristics, examples, and non-examples. And what you're going to do, going back 2 slides here, is you will read this article, Blended Learning, What It Is and It Isn't, by Catlin Tucker, and start thinking about those 4 things. What's the definition? What are examples? What are non-examples? So you may want to have a piece of paper you're writing on as you read. And the end goal by the end of the lesson will be to develop a more robust, newer definition for blended learning than what you did on the opening question. So then also read or watch this YouTube video, read the Christensen Institute article on blended learning and IDSTE's article on blended learning. Use those 4 sources to then fill out the next 3 slides. So the first one, can give it a little time to load here, is what are the characteristics? So basically you will click right here and share your thoughts of what you think characteristics are. You don't have to write a ton. It's a 250 character limit here, but give some characteristics. Feel free to be repetitive of your peers as if you're not the first one to reply. The next one is, what are some examples of blended learning? So you put examples in. You can put multiple posts in on this if you want. And then the third one is, what are non-examples? So thinking back, sometimes non-examples are the hardest part to create. So find some non-examples of blended learning. Then from there, I just put a slide in. Here's some blended learning models that you've probably heard of. This is not inclusive, but there's a bunch more. Those are pulled from some of the articles. Then what you're going to do is you're going to watch this video from my friend Marcia Kish, and she is an expert on this. Um, and Marcia is a good person to follow on your homework assignment of your personal learning network too. She creates some good stuff. And then right here at towards the end, a question will pop up. So answer that one completely using our umbrella writing mindset. Enough, but not so much that anybody's going to get bored reading it. Um, then your final thing to do after you've watched this video and responded is to I put these in the wrong order. This should be the last slide, but I'll come back to that. I'm going to go to the open-ended question. Is then take everything that you've done and create a answer to what is your current definition of blended learning. How did your definition change from your first submission to now? And what you're going to do is you're going to make an audio recording. So what you'll do is you'll click this record audio. You'll have to give it permission to use your microphone, and it'll enter your audio recording versus the text recording. And I'm just doing this because I want you to experience the different things that Nearpod can do. Going back a slide, your assignments this week is you're going to create a PLN, a personal learning network, and that'll take a little bit more time. So I only created one new assignment this week because I think that one will take you enough time. And some of you may even get into it a little bit. Then continue work on your Google assignments, and then hopefully by tomorrow night, today is Tuesday, so by Wednesday night, you'll have all these activities in the Nearpod done. If you have questions, email me. I'll be sitting around doing nothing because I know no parents are going to come see me, and that's okay. And I look forward to seeing y'all next week when we'll dive into blended learning and get into the root of what blended learning really is.